Hey YouTube, it's me, it's the man who likes to RNT, dropping a fresh VID for you today. And you know, I know it happened a couple weeks ago, but I really need to talk about something right now. I need to talk about Brie Bella. More specifically, I need to talk about Brie Bella and the amount of hate she's gotten from the internet wrestling community as a result of her accidentally knocking out Liv Morgan a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Now, this was an accident, purely. And things like this happen occasionally in wrestling. And wrestling fans, particularly those of the internet wrestling community, love to overreact to things like this. But at least from my recollection of recent events, some of which I'll bring up through the course of this video, I haven't seen this level of hate on one single superstar, and by comparison it really seems rather inappropriate. Let me just say that I think it's a mistake for Brie to be doing the yes kicks from her husband Daniel Bryan. They're not a move she's familiar with, and I don't think she's familiar with the timing. I know that Liv was not familiar with the timing, which I think led to her leaning into the kick that actually knocked her out the first time, and then Brie not being able to stop herself and hitting her with that second kick. That having been said, it's not Brie's fault. Let's not forget the Bellas have been away from the ring for a good number of months, building their own brand with still being a part of Total Divas and Total Bellas. So, and their winery, can't forget about the winery that they do. So they've had other interests. So wrestling hasn't been a key facet for them as of late. In fact, they've been brought back strictly to bring out the numbers, fill out the numbers in the Evolution pay-per-view. So I understand why they're here. Internet wrestling community, this question goes out to you, because did you react this strongly when Seth Rollins' buckle bomb ended Sting's career after he nearly broke his neck? Did you react this strongly to Seth Rollins when his buckle bomb separated Finn's shoulder, causing Finn to relinquish the Universal title he had fought so hard for the night before? Did you in fact react this strongly to Rey Mysterio when his 619 took out Perro Aguayo and killed him in the ring? I would like to say further that that is not Rey's fault. It was discovered later that Mr. Aguayo had a fair amount of brain trauma coming into that match, and he elected to work through it, and unfortunately the 619 is what tipped the camel and caused him to pass away. So it wasn't Rey's fault. Rey had no way of knowing his brain was in that shape. No one had any way of knowing that that was going to cause that to happen. My point is, these are actions that I would deem much more severe. Not to downplay what happened to Liv, because it was a terrible thing, but Liv got knocked out and would recover. She's fine now, and so that's good. These are injuries that took significant time, and in one particular case, life away from someone. And while there was a reaction, it was not anywhere near as severe. I think part of the reason that this is because the internet wrestling community realizes that the actions they suggest of firing Brie Bella isn't going to happen, because WWE understands it's an accident. Same with suspending Brie Bella. Not going to happen because WWE understands that it was just an accident. You can't send her down to NXT because the Bellas have built themselves into a big brand that works alongside WWE. Sending them to NXT is only going to hurt the brand, because the Bellas aren't going to concern themselves with making the NXT rookies better. They're simply going to work on building themselves into a bigger brand. So NXT isn't going to gain anything, so there's no real way to punish the Bellas for this. And that makes people angry, and I get it. But it's not worth this level of hate. It's not. And you deserve better, for those of you who come to watch from the internet wrestling community. And at least from me, I'm going to promise you that you're going to get better. You're going to get the most well-rounded opinion I can give you. And I look forward to bringing you more news like this in the future. I'd love to know your opinion of Brie Bella down in the comment section below. What do you think the punishment should have been, if any? Or do you think, as I do, that this is just part of the business where accidents occasionally happen? And I should mention that Brie did apologize to Liv profusely, so that's all I can really expect one person to do to another when a mistake is made. But I wanted to give my opinion on Brie Bella. I'd love to hear yours. Thank you guys for watching. Ranter's going to get off the soapbox. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.